We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Scholars Wrestling Show, episode 387. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. Joining us this week, the OG Undisputed Scholar himself, the one and only Scholar Tarek. Scholar Tarek, how is your evening going, sir?
I just continue to enjoy being the only one who actually puts a little title to the to my little Zoom intro here. It's just see Jeremy Bird, Charlie's iPhone, Jeffrey Smith, the OG Undisputed Scholar Tarek. So yeah, it's nice to be the only one who actually takes his time to do something with that.
Hey, some of us like to keep it simple like the Amish. And speaking of the Amish, he's not Amish at all, but we love him anyway. The one and only Scholar Charlie. Scholar Charlie, how are you doing that day?
I am championship-less due to AEW. I'm all right, though. Saw a pretty neat fireworks show earlier.
It's okay, Charlie. Nobody won the title because of AEW.
And Dan's our party champion.
Yes, because he actually bothered to choose Pac because, hey, it's like Tupac.
Is that seriously his reason?
That is literally his reasoning.
I acknowledge.
Hey, this is why I'm a champion. This is the only time I've ever been a champion. It's because I follow my heart, and following your heart makes you a champion. Isn't that right, Scholar Jeremy?
Damn straight. So it's been a long week, but before we get into it, I'm very happy with Forbidden Door, but we'll get to that soon. But I'm excited to talk about Money in the Bank tonight.
Absolutely. So as we were just discussing, hey, it may not have gone the perfect way in terms of the Scholars of Wrestling Championship, but the show itself, hey, there was a lot to like on this one. So let's dive right into, before we get to Money in the Bank, let's talk briefly about the fallout from AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Because let's be real, this was one hell of a show.
It was a great show. Amazing.
Absolutely.
On that note, real quick, what was your match of the night? Because I know what mine was. Easy.
Anyone want to go?
I'm gonna go Will Ospreay, Orange Cassidy.
Yep. Agreed.
Interesting. I thought that was going to be the only one who picked that one.
No, that match was just truly phenomenal. It just continued to show that his gimmick may be what's the word I'm looking for?
Laid back, sloth style, uncaring.
Okay, but just not as positioned in the roster as a high ranking, true, I guess in a way, main eventer. But that just shows Orange Cassidy is just really proving to be one of the greats, and he's one of the people that just is promoted as one of the big faces of the faces of the company. That may not be main eventer as I was going for, but he is a star of the brand. And man, he showed it.
Absolutely. And this one, as much as I am a fan of Orange Cassidy, I love what he brings to any show he's on, I feel like this show in particular was the one to really remind people that he is absolutely way more than just the hands in the pockets man, or the fake kicky guy and the laziness with the glasses and the half thumbs up. No, he is legitimately a phenomenal wrestler. And even if he's not in the main event right now, if given the right minor push and positioning, it wouldn't take much to make him that way.
Very true.
Scholar Charlie, did you give us your match tonight, or did we have a consensus?
Tarek.
Yeah, he had a consensus. He was all over. Once I said, he's like,
Aha.
That guy has the correct answer.
I have nothing more to add.
I have to be the contrarian. As much I love Orange Cassidy, I had to go back and rewatch the highlights, rewatch the matches online, and actually really, really think about this. It was close. I did put on my Twitter that Osprey versus Cassidy was match of the year, match of the night. But for me, I have to go with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Claudio Castagnoli. That was
Oh, of
probably.
course.
I was so hyped. I was hooked that match once he came out and did his entrance. I'm like, I'm sorry that Charlie said it best. You come in, you go for the kill switch, you try to win the match right there, and you never ever see a wrestler do that. I was like, okay. And then come on, he walked him up the stairs in a powerbomb position and powerbombed him in the ring. Come on. That was how you book a wrestler strong. Bring him in. Well done, sir. Well done.
I'll tell you what, I think we all could say something about the debut of Claudio Castagnoli, but I think I feel the need to defer to Tarek for just a few minutes here. Tarek, you got a few minutes. The floor is yours. Do what you must.
Well, since the floor is mine, yeah, I would say ever since the introduction of the Blackpool Combat Club, I was hoping for this for a very, very long time. And I finally got my wish, and I couldn't be any more happier. I am on cloud 9. And he was the highlight star of Blood and Guts. At least for me, he was, especially being the one who started the match and, better term, ended the match. Even if with the fun, controversial ending to that one. But I couldn't be any more happy that he is in AEW and that he's part of a top faction as Blackpool Combat Club. My only complaint mainly it's not even to do with anything that was shown. It was just certain fans' reaction to it.
Really?
And it's just really just negative people, just like, well, like I was saying, oh, give it a few weeks, give it a month, he'll only be on Dark or Dark Elevation. And granted, like we had Moxley on Dark once, and it's like AEW does better when it comes to promoting Dark and Elevation. But the way they were putting it is like, oh yeah, he'll just be like on main event in WWE terms, on main event level, not the actual like main events, like the show main event.
Yeah, and AEW doesn't work like that. Anyone can show up on AEW Dark, and it's usually of decent quality too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So when Kenny Omega showed up on Elevation, it was a great pop, and the fans were very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
So it's just the lack of like enthusiasm with those people. I was like, oh, I cannot wait for a month to go by and see where he is, and just be like, so what do you say now, you stupid assholes?
That's why I don't listen to, that's why I never listen to wrestling Twitter beyond a certain point.
And then once the months go by, I'm gonna have to do a lot of washing of certain rags, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're clearly talking about the new Claudio Castagnoli t-shirt that you can get on AEWshop.com.
I want that jacket.
And nothing else.
I want that jacket.
As long as it has his sweat on it, I'll definitely buy it.
To be fair, that was a very cool jacket he was wearing.
He's got the Shuriken motion on his arm. Come on, you can't beat that.
Uh-huh.
Which you pointed out, sir. So.
Absolutely. But yeah, they're real, and not for nothing. While we're still on the topic of Claudio here, it seemed, all bias aside, it seems like they were definitely positioning him as almost like the breakout star of the night beyond just his own return.
He had a banger of a performance.
Yeah, the very end where he came out and he helped the faces, and then of course the following Wednesday on Blood and Guts, he got the win for his team, and the show ended with his music playing, and he's just hand raised on top of a cage. You don't get much more better than that.
I also like that at the end of Forbidden Door, Eddie Kingston is in his face like going to Moxie, what'd you bring him for? And Claudio comes and goes, what's your problem? And Eddie goes, F you, and he spits at him and he's like, I'm not doing this. And then literally they worked. They worked. That's how you do very, like, you take an indie story, bring it into the mainstream, and you do a very good build. Like, okay, we don't like each other, but we have to crush these Devo looking guys in the ring, and then we'll settle our differences down the road, which I'm looking forward to seeing Kingston and Claudio one more time.
Yeah, whatever way that will work, I am absolutely looking forward to seeing what happens next. But before we get any further, I'm sorry,
I just have to make a comment. You mentioned his music when his music hit. I must be the only one to actually think of this, but when his music started, I'm just thinking of Tiny Toon Adventures. Going a little nostalgia here, and just all the songs, la 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 la, sir, la 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 la.
That's a reach
Wow.
for me. Wow, that's old. I don't
That
think
is a cut and a half.
And also with everyone getting these like, what's the name of that song that he's using?
The 1812 Overture.
Overture.
Thank you. I don't. I'm
or the uppercut symphony.
And then called. Like Flight of the Valkyries. Do you think John Moxley should change his theme song to match Danielson and Classic Dolly?
Nah, I'd rather him go back to his old song personally, but that's just me.
I think that he's good with what he's got. It fits him, and so do the other two.
If he were to have like a classical themes entrance, what would you want it?
I guess a heavy metal version of Moonlight Sonata. That's literally the only thing that occurs to me. Like they can make it like slow, like chuggy and menacing. Like take Moonlight Sonata, remove all the piano, and just make it butt rocky as hell.
Okay, if you want my opinion for a classic Moxley song, you do Raining Blood, but take out the lyric. Dun, 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 dun. That's all he does. He kills people, so it makes sense. Friggin' Slayer, man. Let's do it.
Well, yeah, Slayer's cheating. I thought we were talking about like classical musical pieces that could be
that's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
I'm classic is like that, but classical, yeah, I'm not gonna touch up with the poll. No way.
I was going what is the name of the one Beethoven? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you got me.
Isn't that the Fifth Symphony?
Fifth Symphony. Yep, that's right. Just a rocker version of that one.
Hey,
it's better
than
the
opinion may be out on that one. Well, yeah, doy. The opinion may be on that, but before we go any further, final beard ratings for AEW Forbidden Door. I think I know where this is going, but let's just make it official. Beard ratings, go.
Goatface 5.
Goatface 5.
Goatface 5.
I'll go with Goatface 5.
Do the hands, Charlie. There you go.
I'm giving the show this many. Yes, this is absolutely a 5 out of 5 Goatface. A phenomenal show. It was great seeing everyone at our viewing party, and it was just a great time on every single conceivable level. I think it's a safe bet to say that after the kind of return they got on this, we're going to be seeing Forbidden Door 2 next year.
Oh, absolutely. Some people are thinking it may be this year in Japan.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I don't know about that one, but I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it if it happens that way.
Before we start going with WWE, I just have one question. And it doesn't have anything to do with Forbidden Door, but it is something to do with AEW. What do you think of the new look for Luchasaurus?
I've seen him in Lucha Underground. I know which path they're going, and I dig it. Because he used to be a heel in Lucha Underground. I forget what his name was, but that's his old heel gimmick.
I'll tell you what, I'm a little opposed to it just because I really didn't want to see Luchasaurus turn heel, but it's being done in such a way that it seems like there's a plan to this. Like this is going to be the thing that will absolutely elevate Jungle Boy to the next level. I hate to see Jurassic Express break up if that's where this is all heading to. But if it means that Jungle Boy gets his big next level buff, so be it.
I don't look at it as I look at it as you think Luchasaurus is teaming with Christian just to get his guard down, and once Jungle Boy returns, when you think Luchasaurus is going to turn on him, Luchasaurus just turns around and looks at Christian and eats him because he's a dinosaur. He's a dinosaur.
He
Tail
takes
whip.
off his black mask. There's a green mask underneath.
see
Double
that.
mask Luchasaurus.
Oh my God, Luchasaurus just shed his skin.
There
He's
you
back
go.
to being green.
But yes, I am enthusiastic about this.
I love his theme.
More
I
than
love
I
his theme
was.
music. His theme music was awesome. I actually listened to it in the car today.
It's called Fossil Fuel.
Yeah, I thought it kicked ass.
Yeah.
I just love this, like the stomping like in the intro. Just I'm like, that's a good way just to have it's not, I won't say it's like it won't like the glass shattered or anything like that. It's not like that level, but just having something like that, just you just hear I'm like, you know what? I dig it. I truly
Jurassic
dig it.
Park vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, with that, I believe we can finally dive into Money in the Bank 2022.
We may not
What do
be
you
talking
say?
about the Scholars of Wrestling Championship, but we're bringing back the Biefcase.
The Biefcase.
Yes, for the uninitiated,
Biefcase.
and especially for those who are watching the video version of this show on YouTube, we have a little something we like to call, it's not the briefcase. We do things a little bit differently around here. It's this lovely item that I'm holding in my hands right now. It is the Scholars of Wrestling Biefcase. It may be pronounced differently. It may look a little bit different, but for all intents and purposes, it can be used in a very similar, if not identical fashion than WWE's Money in the Bank briefcase. So especially now at a time
does
where
remember.
the Scholars of Wrestling Championship is vacant and up for grabs, this Money in the Bank briefcase for the Scholars of Wrestling briefcase, is going to be as good as gold, because it certainly can lead you to it. With that explanation out of the way, let's dive right into Money in the Bank 2022, starting with our first match on the docket for the Raw Women's Championship. We've got the champion Bianca Belair defending against Carmella. Tarek, you got the first pick. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Bianca Belair to take the victory on this one. This one's just a filler feud. I really got nothing more to say to it other than just it's a filler feud. I will be genuinely shocked if they take the title off of Bianca Belair right before SummerSlam. So, yeah.
You know what? Mella is money. We all know this to be true, but it doesn't mean she's going to win a title tonight. I'm going Bianca Belair. Charlie, it's your pick up next. Who do you got?
I third that Bianca Belair.
And our fourth pick for tonight, Jeremy, who do you got?
So we have Bianca Belair versus Carmella. It's going to be Bianca Belair. Easy pick.
Starting off easy tonight, folks. Next up, we've got for the U.S. Championship, we've got Theory versus Bobby Lashley. I feel like Bobby Lashley is going to lead up to Bobby Lashley going up against Theory first through some major stipulation at SummerSlam. But for now, I predict shenanigans, and I predict that Theory is going to retain. Charlie, it's your pick up next. What do you got?
I agree with you. Theory's retaining.
And Jaybird, who do you got between Theory and Bobby Lashley?
Let's go 3 for 3. It's Theory. I don't know. The cards say otherwise, but I think I'm just gonna read in the room, and I'm kind of just think I'll go with that because it seems like it'd be too easy for Lashley to win. That's something's up. So I'll go with Theory.
And last but not least, Tarek, do we have an accord?
it's for me, it's not as easy as that. The only thing I am sure of is that Theory is going to retain the United States Championship. It's just the question of how. Is it going to be, it's either just going to be a regular Theory win, or is it going to be like a Bobby Lashley disqualification win? Because in the end, it's all set up. This whole thing has really been building up for Austin Theory versus John Cena, or Theory. I don't. I'm going old school, calling him Austin Theory. Theory versus Cena, since that's what the whole thing that they're going for here. I probably will just go the safe route and just pick Theory to win, because if you're gonna have him go against John Cena, make him somewhat look relatively smart, even if it's possibly a count out. Just have him win. Lashley doesn't need the belt.
All right. Well, on that note, that'll bring us to our next match. We've got the Usos versus the Street Profits for the Unified Tag Team Championship. Charlie, it's your first pick up next for this one. Who do you got?
The Street Profits will probably break up by the end of this match because the Usos are winning.
Okay, interesting pick. Jaybird, who do you got?
Like Charlie's scholars prediction at the end of last year was that the Street Profits are going to break up and we're going to have a breakout star. I'm going to go with the Usos as well.
And Tarek, who do you got between the Usos and the Street Profits?
I can't believe they actually started hinting at a Street Profits breakup, because there's just so many tag teams in WWE. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was inevitable that they were going to break up, but it's just, or if anything, just have them pull a New Day and just have them be single stars but still a team. But Vince hates tag teams, and he's still part of the creative, even if he's not running the show anymore. Speaking of which, did he show up tonight?
Thankfully, no.
Oh, thank God that's over. Thank God that's over. I'm also going to go with the Usos to retain. And it looks like this may be a very straightforward pay-per-view, and it just may rely on the
randos,
the banks.
on
yeah.
the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
It's like, I got a feeling.
That's, yes, the Usos it's going to be another clean sweep for us. This one's probably going to be a very straightforward, like you said, until we get to Money in the Bank. But with that being said, let's just take care of the last little formality of the evening. We've got Ronda Rousey defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Natalya. Jaybird, it's your pickup first. Make it official.
It's Ronda Rousey. It's no question. Love Natalya, but yeah, no, it's Ronda all the way.
And Tarek, who do you got?
Ronda.
Rondissimo all around. Charlie, you want to make it official?
Ronda Rousey.
And it seems we have an accord.
They're not having a Canadian win a belt right before 4th of July.
You got a point there.
I did not even think of that.
Fair point.
In all fairness, though, I will say that at least I do appreciate Natalya putting forth the effort, even though I think we all know how this is going to go down. I appreciate that they're at least putting in some effort to build this up into something.
And that Rousey promo last week actually was the equivalent of Dragon Ball Z Abridged Cell tearing apart Mr. Satan.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Former porn star where everyone gets tested afterwards, even the cameraman.
And with that, now we're going into our picks for the Money in the Bank matches. Now, for this one, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. to eliminate the possibility of a tie, we are going to, in an effort to combat that, we are going to make 2 predictions for each Money in the Bank ladder match. The first one will be who we think is going to win, straightforward. For those of us who are watching on YouTube, the video version, we are going to be using one of these random picker wheels to determine who our second pick is going to be. It's going to be totally random, and everyone is going to get a random pick. So when everyone makes
For each
their
match.
chosen pick, right after that, we're going to do a totally random drawing for whoever gets someone in the match. And you can only pick them once. If they're picked by someone else randomly, boom, you're done. So
Okay.
with that, Tarek, it's your pick up first. Who's going to win? And let's draw your person.
Which match? The men or the women's?
Let's do the women's Money in the Bank first. As a reminder, we've
shouldn't have
got
asked.
Lacey Evans versus Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. Who wins this one?
I will say, very good selection. Because any one of these women could actually win the briefcase. Like I could see all of them. Yes, fool. Even Lacey Evans, I could see winning the briefcase this year.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
I can't, but it's also I kind of don't want to see. I don't want Becky to win it just because I love this whole downward spiral storyline she's in, and I just want to see them continue more with just her continuing to lose that chance to getting the title back and just having it drive her insane.
What will you do, fool?
What will I? This is just the one match where I was just so undecided because, yeah, I got to think of WWE logic here. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch. I don't want it to, but I just think she's going to get it. They're gonna just ruin this downward spiral storyline with her actually winning it.
Okay, then. Very interesting pick. But now is where we're going to do our first random pick of the evening. Let's see if we can get this right up to the camera so that all of YouTube can see. And we are going to spin the wheel.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Give us a lesson that we should learn.
Give us a winner that I should learn. And the winner is Asuka.
Oh, you got a good one. Nice.
She's not winning it. It is a good one, but she's not winning it.
It's friggin' Asuka. Come on, man.
I love Asuka. She's still not winning it.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's still lots of picks on the board, and I'm just going to say it. Every month until it happens, Lacey Evans has a good shot of winning this. It's going to be 4th of July weekend, and she got a reboot into Sonya Blade America. So, yeah, I'm going with Lacey Evans.
She was funny enough, she was my number 2 pick.
Hey, live by the Lacey, die by the Lacey. That's my motto. And now let's see if fate has anything else for me. Let's go and Wheel of Women Wrestlers. Turn. Give me a
wrestler who will win Money in the Bank.
Give me someone for Money in the Bank. And the winner is, okay, I got Becky Lynch.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
That will be a strong pick. I will certainly take it. That brings us to Charlie. Your next pick up. What do you got?
Liv Morgan.
Ooh.
Nice spread across the board. I like it.
I want that because I love Liv Morgan so much. She's
all right.
She's gotten so much better in the ring, and she's so likable. So likable. She deserves it. She deserves it.
Who do I got?
Let's see who Charlie deserves. Let's hit that button and see who we get.
Charlie, who do you deserve?
Liv Morgan.
And let's see. The fates have decided. Oh, Liv Morgan, double Liv Morgan.
Double or nothing. All right.
Wow. High money stakes, dude. Good luck.
Wow.
I'll take it.
That
Wow,
one's
that's
gonna
good.
be interesting.
That's good. I was
right.
wondering if anyone's gonna get actually who they predicted. That's good.
The
Freaking
chances are good. The
got
chances are good. But now we're up to Jaybird. Who's your pick?
I would love to go with my Jersey girl, Liv Morgan, but for once, Jeff, I'm going to tag up with you. I'm going to go with Lacey as well. You make a very convincing argument, so let's see what happens. Mortal Kombat for the win.
Very interesting.
I was
With
gonna
that-
go with America. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Come in
Now-
again. Motherfucking day, yeah.
Watch, I double up.
Spinning the
Watch, I'm going
wheel.
to double up too.
Spinning the wheel. Who are we getting? And we have Raquel Rodriguez.
Ooh, that's not a bad pick. I'll take an
Got it.
NXT girl.
Time out. You got to spin one for Brian, right?
Yep.
Yes, we
Okay.
are going to be doing that. As of course, Brian is on assignment tonight. So we must make a pick for him as well. Who
As he
Rock-
put it, on assignment in the boonies.
yes.
He did pick the Liv Morgan as well, so let's see who
Yes,
is.
he picked Liv Morgan. So we're going round and around we go. What do
Oh,
we
please.
have?
Please give him Shotzi.
Alexa Bliss.
That's
All
okay.
right.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad at all.
Nice spread, actually. I'm impressed with this so far.
I can't believe I got double or nothing, Liv Morgan. That's awesome.
There you go, buddy. Watch, you're gonna win it. You're gonna get it on that one.
Oh, don't everyone get too excited all at once. Because next up, we've got the men's Money in the Bank match. And unfortunately, it looks like I'm going first. For this one, I've got a good feeling about Riddle. I really do. After that
I was
showing,
worried that-
after that last showing, I gotta believe in Riddle. I think I'm thinking they feel pretty darn good about him right about now. I'm really convinced he can step up. But of course, with that, let's see what fate has in mind for me.
Almost.
Don't you put that evil on me, Charles. Don't you put that evil on me. What do we got? Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
got-
Ooh, oh
Nice.
man, that's good.
That's a strong one. Good job.
I will absolutely take it.
I was hoping he'd
Now
get almost too.
Watch, I'm gonna
Of
get him.
course you did. Damn you.
Now just because I said that, I'm gonna get almost.
I'm gonna
Well,
get the garbage
it's-
pick. I always do.
Charlie is on deck first. Charlie, who do you got?
I've been saying since he first qualified, and I got to stick with him. Seth Rollins.
All right, Seth Rollins it is. Now let's go
Not
to
Not almost. Not
let's
almost.
go to
Give
the
it to
lucky
him.
wheel.
Give it to
And
him.
here we
Give him
go.
almost. Give him almost.
Give it
Get
to
him off the wheel.
And the winner is, where is he? Make it official. Sami Zayn.
Oh boy.
You got a
I'd
rock.
rather have almost.
Don't say
Hey.
that. No, that's not nice. That's not nice to Sammy. No one.
I like
no
Sam.
one wants.
I'm joking. I like.
I love
Sammy.
Sammy. Don't give him more. Give him more credit. That he's not going to win, but take it over almost.
Exactly.
Yes.
Watch. I'm gonna
Jesus.
get the rock.
Hey, Jeremy, make it official. Who do you got?
All right. I'm gonna tag up with Charlie on this one, and let's go Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. That's Seth Rollins' pick for Jaybird.
And here comes the rock. Let's just give me the rock. Let's just get this over with.
And let's go to the wheel. Wheel morality. Turn. Tell
Please
us
don't
who
screw me up.
screws over Jaybird.
Exactly.
Double Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
Shit. I'm
That
gonna
should
get
be
almost.
interesting.
yes.
I'm gonna get
oh,
almost.
baby.
Tarek, I'm gonna get almost.
I'm gonna get
Well, Brian does come first. He did pick another Seth Rollins, so let's see who his secondary is.
Oh, give him the rock. Just give him the dud. That's all I want to see.
Let's see what we got. We've got Madcap Moss.
Shit.
Oh,
Tarek. Ruh-roh.
so what does he got left? He got almost Sheamus and Riddle. Almost Sheamus, Riddle, and who else is left on that spinner?
Just Almost
Sheamus
Sheamus
and
and Riddle.
Ooh, ooh.
But first, Tarek, last intentional pick. Who do you got?
I'm also going with Seth frickin' Rollins. Give me almost, man. Just
All right.
Watch you. You're gonna watch.
Please
You're
let
gonna
it
This
get
is
Riddle.
where we let
Please let it be
fate
shit.
decide.
I'm hoping. Come on, Sheamus or Riddle. Sheamus or Riddle. Please, for the love
You're
of
gonna
The
get
God.
Riddle. I
wheel
know
is
you're watching.
spinning.
I'm gonna get almost.
The
I'm gonna
wheel
get
is
him.
spinning.
I'm
Where's
gonna
it
get him.
going? Where's it going? Just missed. You got Riddle.
I knew it.
Okay.
I
Thank
friggin'
God.
knew it.
Okay.
It
Your
was
luck is better
so
than mine.
close. You just passed it just enough to get Riddle.
All right, that's it. I don't even care anymore. That's all I. That's a win for
You
me.
have expended all of your luck.
Well, look at the bright side, Charlie. You're double or nothing on the women's, and I'm double or nothing on the men. Let's do it.
Who's going double on the men? Yeah.
Uh,
I
we
know what
don't
you're
talk
talking
about that. But yes, it looks like Jeremy is doubling up on Seth Rollins.
Yep.
But with that, those are our picks, random or otherwise, for WWE Money in the Bank. As we expected, it all comes down to the Money in the Bank matches, both in our predictions and in the show itself. Let's be real. There's a reason they name an entire show after it. But now is where we pitch it over to you, our fellow fans. If you're joining us on YouTube, hey, let us know who you think is going to win Money in the Bank. And if you're making random picks too, hey, let us know who you got randomly. Elsewhere, if you're joining us on our podcast edition, where doesn't matter, let us know wherever you are all across the internet.
Take us on the go.
Yell
with
at
you
your
if you want.
Spotify app.
Play
Yell
Scholars of
at your
Wrestling.
phone. Yeah, don't. Hey, I was looking at
I'm yelling
the.
at you, phone. I'm yelling at you.
I was actually
the phone
looking
told me
at
to.
the logistics
Oh.
or whatever. And apparently there's a sizable chunk of people who are listening it through their Amazon Alexa. So
Wow.
Awesome.
and apparently some of them are from Mexico. So hey, wherever you are, all across the world, all across the internet,
Hola.
welcome. We welcome all of your predictions for Money in the Bank and beyond. And of
Mexico's
course,
a huge wrestling area. Sorry.
yeah. And if you want to join in the conversation, you can check us out on our social media accounts. If you look in the description of wherever you are all across the internet, take a look at our link tree. That's linktree/Scholars of Wrestling for all the latest links to our socials and beyond. But if you want to reach out to us and extend the conversation, you can check us out on our personal accounts, including our Twitter machines. Tarek, where can they reach you?
You can reach me commenting on how jealous I am that Tony Khan was able to hug Claudio Castagnoli at the Avataric.
And Charlie, where can they reach you?
You can find me praying that Liv Morgan wins this Money in the Bank, so I win the Biefcase at the Charlene for the second time.
And Jaybird, where can they reach you?
You can reach me at not praying that Liv Morgan wins the Money in the Bank. That way I can actually win the darn title for once at Hero Huey 316.
And you can find me avoiding all of this nonsense, excuse me, at I'm Robbie Rage. Hopefully that won't happen again. But you know what? You know where to reach us. You know where our predictions are because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
See you all at Money in the Bank.